Ein Feini Baby. Ein böses Baby.
Aua.
Chucky. Trash. Hello, everyone. I hope you watched my music video last week, No, I just ripped the heart off. I'm finally back with a 7 days video. I know you've been waiting for it. I've also been waiting for it. I just did not have the time to film it until now. That's the good thing about a music video. I actually don't have to edit another video and I have more time filming. Hey! Actually, a couple of months ago, I just filmed a video just eating what my TikTok For You page recommended to me for a day. And I've had so many of you in the comments saying that I should do this, but for 7 days and like go to my limits, which I definitely did in this video. Because the crazy thing about this video is I have to make what my For You page shows me, even if I don't like it. Like I can't just pick the trends and food hacks that I like. I just have to make what my For You page recommends to me. We will be sitting here for a while because I ate a lot, but one quick little thing before I get started. It's not really a quick little thing, it's actually a huge thing for me. I will release an album. It's called Villain of Your Dreams and it will be released 16th of August. And the reason why I'm saying this right now, very kind of chill, I just wanted to announce this on YouTube before anyone else. Because, well, you guys on YouTube, you are like what made me. You guys are my broccolis, you guys are my family. I just wouldn't know where I am today if it weren't with YouTube. Was that right, English? You got my point. And I want to do an official album box pre-sale just for you. So if you see this right now, nobody else knows about this. I didn't announce this album anywhere else. So my Villain of Your Dreams album box contains of really cool items that I can't tell you yet. But I really put my whole broccoli into it. I mean, I put my whole broccoli into this whole album, but talking about the whole album right now would probably make this video way too big and also kind of bore you maybe a little bit because you hate to see me eat for 7 days straight. I will definitely make a whole dedicated album video on my music channel. I will also do a snippet and everything. I can't do it now, obviously, but it will all be on my music channel. It is so weird to me talking about it, like talking about this for the first time right now in public. I don't even know how to act. I feel so awkward and I don't know how to talk about it. But all I want to say is you can pre-access my album box right now. You can buy it in the link in my description. My baby will finally come out. If you're wondering why I can't tell you yet what's in the box, it's just something that I want to announce step by step. It's just a process. You can trust me that the box will be cool in itself and also everything that's in there. I got you, broccolis. That's my little huge announcement at the beginning of this video. I hope you're as excited as I am. Let's start this video, shall we? Day one, and we're gonna start with breakfast. And we're gonna air fry a jelly donut. This video is so old. I saw this on my For You page like ages ago. And I always wanted to try it. Oh, wait, my chain fell off. Well, I always wanted to try it because this video made it look so freaking good and so crunchy. A jelly donut is very much culture in Germany, okay? Where I live, we call it a Berliner, but I don't think they call it a Berliner in Berlin. I think they call it Krapfen, but it's always a debate. And I think I'm so ready for a crunchy Berliner, if you know what I mean. Unfortunately, the only jelly donut that I was able to buy was this peach sugar-coated jelly donut, which is so weird. I've never seen this before, but that is literally the only thing my bakery had left. But just to have a little bit of variation, I also bought these frozen Berliners, but these are mini. The person in the TikTok did 5 minutes on 200 degrees Celsius, and this is what it looked like after 5 minutes.
Sieht aus wie mit Käse überbacken.
And apart from the fact that this jelly donut was definitely not crunchy at all, it was actually kind of good. The air frying didn't do much to it, to be honest, except warming it up. But I have to say that the peach donut itself was not bad. I kind of really like the filling. I don't know about the coating, but I didn't even have much left of the coating, so it was good. The mini donuts were maybe a little bit more crunchy, but still not really. They were also kind of sad because they were frozen, even though I didn't put them into the air fryer frozen, but they were a little dry. It was a very yummy breakfast, but I think just eating those jelly donuts without putting them in the air fryer would have already been a yummy breakfast. So I'm not sure about this hack, but I'm also not sure because maybe I just used the wrong Berliner. So maybe it's my fault, I don't know. But let's carry on for now. Let's carry on to lunch. And I was so ready for a rich lunch, like something nasty. Miss John, if you're nasty. We're gonna make the famous bowl that is actually from KFC, I think, but I've seen a lot of people recreate it at home. Also, I saw Bella's Bites recreate it. You guys know she is living on my For You page. What can I do? All of her videos are just so satisfying. It is basically just mashed potatoes with lots of toppings, gravy. This is right up my alley. So we're gonna peel our potatoes for the mashed potatoes. Bless you. Bless you. And then we're just gonna cook them. I don't think I have to explain to you how mashed potatoes are made. I'm gonna be honest, I've been a little lazy with the chicken part, so I just bought these chicken nuggies in the frozen section. As soon as our potatoes are done, I'm gonna mash them. Now I am explaining to you how I make mashed potatoes. I feel like everyone makes their mashed potatoes kind of differently, but I just threw some butter in there, some milk, some salt, oh, and also some nutmeg. This is something you should never skip with your mashed potatoes. My chicken nuggets I cut into smaller pieces, and then we can already assemble everything. Here's the gravy that I am using. Bless you. With gravy, you just always have to make sure that it's not too thin. Like, just add water gradually to make sure it still has that kind of thick gravy consistency. Me as a gravy expert. Oh, and I also added a lot of cheese and a lot of corn onto my mashed potatoes, and then just drizzle the gravy over it. It looks absolutely horrible. I know. It really does not look as good as Bella's Bites famous bowl. But as we all know, I'm not known for making my food look good, but I'm known for making it taste good. Sometimes. Yeah. But this was hitting the spot. I feel like this is also such great hangover food. Anything with gravy is great hangover food. But just the cheese that melted into the mashed potatoes with the hot gravy and the chicken and the corn, it was just... That was really good. I was so stuffed after the famous bowl. I wasn't hungry in like hours. And I saw this video. Actually, it's kind of gross the way she slurps it into her mouth. And why is she looking like this? I personally love salmon sashimi so much. It's just very expensive and I just don't always buy it. So I went to Japan Plaza and they actually have a big selection of sashimi and also sushi in general. And I picked a good chunk and some sushi rice to go with it. Also, I found these Hello Kitty pasta. Please don't watch me cutting this salmon. It just looks horrible. I feel like the knife is also not so sharp. But if I can give you one advice for your sashimi to level it up, it would be to eat it with ponzu. Ponzu is basically soy sauce with a hint of lemon. And it's so delicious together with salmon sashimi. This is the combo you need in your life. And well, what can I tell you? I just slurped that sashimi right into my hole. It was also a really great idea to buy the sushi rice because I could just make my own nigiri. I also experimented a little bit. I added some cream cheese on top and maybe also a little bit of mayo, but I do have to say I don't like all of this fancy stuff. I just love it with ponzu. I don't need nothing else. Oh, and I also bought strawberry miku. But yeah, this was a really amazing dinner. it was a good day. Day number 2, it is early in the morning, as you can see by this very unnecessarily intense yawn. And we're gonna make something that I do not think will be so good. I really wish that my For You page did not show me this, but it did. And we're gonna eat the Superhuman Breakfast by Sylvia, which basically just consists out of 4 eggs, cottage cheese with blueberries and honey, and butter. She says that it's like the best breakfast you could ever make and that it will leave you satisfied and full for hours and will make you feel good and everything. So it's like literally her go-to breakfast. And I don't believe that. But I guess we're gonna have to make it. I don't think I have to explain much to you in my preparing process. I think it's very important that you have a wooden board for this, because I only see people eating their food from wooden boards that are doing these kind of weird diets. I'm frying my eggs, also salting and peppering them. I don't think Sylvia did that in the video, but I'm not a psycho. So yeah, I'm just, you know, putting the eggs onto the wooden board. And then I think the last part that we need is the butter. So let's just eat our superhuman breakfast and see if it makes us super sick. I mean, there's nothing wrong with eggs. I love me fried eggs, but what I don't love is eating 4 of them without anything to go with it. The cottage cheese with blueberries and honey was absolutely gross and vile. It was edible, but what the fuck is this mixture? The cottage cheese is kind of very savory, and then with the sweetness of the honey and the blueberries, ugh, no. And then I feel like the butter that I bought was also not it. I mean, I personally love butter. I don't have a problem with eating butter like this. I think it's really delicious. But in this combo, I had some difficulties, because also I'm very much a texture person, and there was like no texture. The only texture that I have were the blueberries, but they were gross because I combined them with cottage cheese and honey. So I think that was my biggest issue. If I had some bread to go with this, I think this would really be half as bad. I have to say, I felt sick after this, like actually sick. It was a lot also. I couldn't even finish the butter. But then I also have to say, like, there's something that I have to give to the Superhuman Breakfast. I think it's all about getting the right food. I think if I got the right ingredients, maybe from a farmer, something really, really high quality, this might be a bit of a different story. I did get the best possible food at the supermarket, like organic and everything, but I still don't think you can compare it to like farmer's food. I still would never eat this again, or maybe I would eat it together with a piece of bread like a normal person. I also have to give it that I was full for quite some time. Most of the time that I was full, I was also sick, so I don't know if it's really worth it, but I was definitely full for some hours. I skipped lunch and I went straight to afternoon snack. We're gonna make this snack by Lara. It is apparently a healthy snack, which I'm all here for. I'm a very healthy person and I really care what I put into my body. So it's basically a snack made of dates, peanut butter, and chocolate. The most important part about this snack is that you get the right dates. Don't just get those little dry ass dates at the supermarket. You have to get those really thick and juicy ones, those medjool dates. So for this snack, I think the dates are definitely the A and the O. That's what we say in Germany. So you remove the pits and then you squash them and put them on a piece of parchment paper. PPP? Yeah, just spread them out like this so you have quite an even base of dates. The date base, as I like to call it. This is what it looks like. It's a bit sticky, but oh. I'm gonna use peanut mousse. I think you also call it peanut butter in English, but it's a healthier version of peanut butter. Spread that on top and then you're gonna melt some dark chocolate. It's important that it's dark chocolate because we want it to be healthy, okay? No milk chocolate. If you melt the dark chocolate in the microwave, make sure to also add some coconut oil. And then you're also gonna pour that warm melted hot chocolate on top, and then it goes into the freezer for a couple of hours. I prepared this in the morning, so I was then able to eat it in the afternoon. Look at all the layers, honey. It took me some time to figure it out, but this is one of the yummiest snacks that I have ever eaten in my life.
That's really good.
I'm not even exaggerating. This hit the spot so hard for me because I'm just a sucker for dark chocolate. I love peanut butter and I love dates. And the dates in combination with those two other things don't even taste like dates anymore. It just tastes like sweet dough.
Oh, that's so good.
So somehow this all transformed into something that tastes unhealthy but is healthy. It is so good, it makes me want to sing a song. This was purely heaven. This was so damn good. This was so chocolatey. I really love my food. And for dinner, we're gonna make something super crazy. It is a trending vegetarian recipe in China. If you see this, do you know what that is? Don't look at the writing, don't look at it. It is Chinese yams covered in broccoli particles. Never seen this before, and we're gonna make that for dinner. I'm so happy that I did find Chinese yams somewhere. It was actually not easy to find. I've never worked with Chinese yams before. I have no idea how to handle it. I never knew that it was so slimy. It was really hard to hold. It just kept slipping out of my fingers. And then I also bought this crinkle cutter, which is just here for the shape. Obviously, we want crinkles. I just crinkle cut my jams.
You got no jams.
And the broccoli is going to be salted. That's all I can say, because this does not look legal. I really felt bad manhandling the broccoli like this, but that's just what I had to do. Then we're gonna cook our crinkly yams pieces just for 2 minutes, and then let's transfer them into a pan together with the broccoli petals. Pan fry it for a little bit and also add some MSG. That's it. That's the recipe. I have to say, mine did not look like the one in the video. Something is off. This was by no means bad, but also I wouldn't really call this a dish. It could be considered as a side dish maybe, but not a main dish in my opinion. Honestly, the yams tasted kind of good, and together with the broccoli, I feel like the broccoli was a little unnecessary. You could have just had real broccoli in there, like the whole thing. And since mine didn't even look the way it was supposed to look, it felt kind of unnecessary. It wasn't disgusting, it was definitely edible, but it didn't give me anything, and I was also hungry, so I was hoping that I could fill my tummy, but this really didn't fill me up. So there was no other way. I had to finish the whole freaking peanut butter chocolate date bar that I still had left in the freezer. It was kind of my dessert, but also my main course, I think. Damn you, snack! Why are you so good? That was so millennial of me. Day number 3, everyone. We're gonna make pancakes in the air fryer. We see this food guy try it out, and it definitely works for him. I don't trust the steak, as we also like to say it in Germany. I have to say that I was a bit lazy and I just bought this pancake mix. You just add a little bit of milk into this and then shake it like there is no tomorrow. And then you're gonna stack your pancakes. Put some parchment paper, put a little bit of pancake mix, another parchment paper piece, pancake mix, PPP, PM, PPP, PM, PPP, PM. I had no idea how long I was gonna put it in because the videos that I watched, they didn't really expose that information. I also put it on super low because obviously you also don't cook pancakes on high heat. You just cook them for a longer time on mid temperature. So after 10 minutes on 100 degrees Celsius, this is what it looked like. It was still pretty dang raw, so I put it in for another couple of minutes. After those other couple of minutes, this is what it looked like. I feel like it was done. This is at least what it looked like to me. I didn't want them to be too dark. And you see me lifting those up and I'm already losing hope a little bit. I can't believe I tried this, and I can't believe I even had the glimpse of hope that it was gonna work. It's obviously so fake. Like, why do people fake this? Why do people fucking fake pancakes? I just can't get behind it. It is such a waste of anything, really. It is a waste of parchment paper. It is a waste of those pancakes. It is a waste of my patience.
So stupid.
let's forget those pancakes really fast and let's get to lunch. For lunch, I found this very beautiful video that was very aesthetically pleasing, I have to say. And yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's basically puff pastry with onions and cream cheese. I want that right now. So we're gonna prepare our onions. Unfortunately, I only had those really thick onions and not these little charlottes that the person in the video had. And then we're gonna prepare the I don't know. I feel like this is already not so much aesthetics like it was in the video. I'm trying, okay? Look, I'm even doing this finger trick with the balsamic vinegar. We're gonna salt and pepper these puddles of oil and put the onions there. You can already see that my onions are a tad bit bigger than his onions. And then we're gonna put some cream cheese in our puff pastry. It didn't really work so well because my puff pastry just kept on like ripping. So I had to be super careful. And also my onions are just way too big. Like, look at this freaking bulb. I don't know, for this video, nothing really worked like it should have. Not even doing this with the fork. What is this? I think he put some butter on top, but while I put butter on top of them, I realized I think he just used oil, but whatever.
It's butter.
This is me already being very skeptical, but we're gonna pull through. Let's put those bad boys in, and let's also forget that we put them in. Yeah. I burnt those motherfuckers. I think it just wasn't my day. I think I was still very sad about the pancakes. I feel bad, but it's just what we're gonna have to live with. I still ate them, okay? I tried to just get the black burnt bits off and I just tried to eat the middle. Yeah, it was edible. I have to say, even if I didn't let them burn and even if I had the right sized onions or Charlotte, I don't think I would have liked it that much. The onion is just super unnecessary. Like, literally just cut it into pieces and put it on your puff pastry like you normally would. I don't really understand why you would do it that way.
It's falling apart.
I guess it's just creative and probably gained a lot more views than it would have than doing it normally, but it's also kind of unnecessary. For dinner, we're gonna make something that I actually wanted to make in so long. And I finally got something on my For You page, which made me realize I can make it. I'm talking about Beloves Life sauce. If you don't know her, she is basically famous for eating seafood boils. And with the seafood boils, she always had this one specific sauce that was always homemade and everybody was always like, oh my god, what is it? It looks so good. And then she actually released her powder mix, her sauce mix, which I didn't know until I saw this video. And I found this video by her eating an egg boil. So I also wanted to make an egg boil because I'm not the biggest seafood fan. So we're gonna make that. So I went onto her website and there you can find the Beloves Life Smackalicious sauce mix mild. The sauce mix costs 23.33 euros and I paid a lot of shipping. Yeah, I paid more shipping than the product, but what can I do? I actually also made an egg boil before with a different recipe, like an actual recipe and not like a sauce mix, and it was really, really good. So I'm having very high hopes for Beloves Life sauce mix. We're gonna start by preparing the potatoes again. Obviously, you don't have to peel them. I just peeled them because those were organic potatoes and they were kind of flawed. And I have a little life hack for you. If you want your eggs to be peeled easily, before you cook them, do this. Don't hit them hard, just very softly, and then at some point you will hear a different kind of noise. And by doing that, the skin inside the egg kind of comes off of the shell, which then makes it easier to peel after you cooked it. Just listen to it. You will hear when the skin comes off. Anyway, cook your eggs as long as you want. Look how cute they look. It looks like they're having a little friendship circle. And then put your eggs into some ice water after. I think I boiled mine for too long. It's just not my day. And then we are finally gonna get to making Beloves Life sauce, which contains a lot of butter. I'm going by her recipe. I found this recipe right here. She made a video about it where she used her sauce mix, but you also add some other ingredients. So much garlic. Don't even count this. It's a crazy amount. Then we're gonna cut a really big onion and also fry it in that garlic butter mixture. Add some sugar, add some water, and then some Sprite. I don't know. Also a little bit of vinegar is wanted in there. A little bit of lemon juice. It's a wild mix, y'all. And then you're gonna add the sauce mix. I love the design. It's perfect. It's just perfect. Here on the back you can see the ingredients, which doesn't really tell you a lot. The ingredients are spices. And here you see the instructions. This is basically what I added. I didn't add the pickled ginger because I didn't have any. When I poured that sauce mix in, I realized that it was way too much for the amount that I have right there. Just look at this. This is like so much powder. I kind of mix it in, but I already realized that it was way too much powder. I tried to save it by adding a bit more water, but I also didn't have so much more space. And then you're gonna pour the sauce over your ingredients. I also put some corn in there, the eggs, the potatoes, and then you're gonna let it sit for a couple of hours, maybe even overnight. And here I am in the evening. I let it sit for the whole day. I made this in the morning. Yeah, I was ready to enjoy this. Yeah, this was very intense. I was so confused because I did use the measurements that Bee Loves Life used in her explaining video. So I don't know why I had so much powder, because it specifically says that it's 1 serving. I don't know if the flavor was not good because it was too intense, or if I just didn't like the flavor at all.
Das schmeckt so intensiv, dass die Ingredients gar nicht mehr nach irgendwas schmecken.
My other egg boil was way better when I just made it from scratch. After this very interesting dinner, I still wanted to eat something. I think it was like 11 p.m., 12 a.m. or something. I just needed a little late night snack, if you know what I mean. So I found this video of a person eating Erfrischungssticks, which, if you knew, is a very weird German sweet. It is chocolate, but inside it's a liquid. And you might also know that I recently actually ate these in the video with Perry Edwards, where I made her try them. She didn't really like them, but I thoroughly enjoyed them, so I was very happy about this. Here they are. Actually, it's filled with orange lemon liquid, and they're supposed to be super refreshing, especially if you put them into the fridge before you eat them. But yeah, I ate them, and here I was trying to show you that it was liquid inside. It was dripping out. Yeah. I don't know what it is about them, but they taste really good. You really should try them. Day 4. I had this video on my For You page, which was a super cute, small little video. It's just this cute girl eating her breakfast, showing her breakfast. And it's kind of, I think, like a Turkish breakfast, Turkish inspired at least. This is me right after the gym, by the way. Ignore what I look like, but I was very hungry, so we need to make this breakfast fast. Start by putting some butter into your pan and also some oil, because we're basically kind of making chili oil. Then you're gonna put your eggs into this oil mixture and then prepare your yogurt. I put some garlic in there, some herbs. In this case it was, I think, parsley, basil, wild garlic, just like a mix of herbs. Also some herb salt, and then you're gonna put some salad onto your plate. I also added some little tomatoes, and pour your yogurt on top and garnish with eggs. I mean, don't garnish with them, put them there. They're the main part, actually. Also drizzle it with the rest of your spicy chili oil, and there you have your breakfast. Oh, I think it looks so good. Also, I was very happy that I was this time able to eat my bread with it. Feels like a luxury, and I literally inhaled this. It was so good. It was also such a great after workout meal with the yogurt and the garlic and the spicy oil. It was just Next, we're just gonna make a snack, because I kind of ate the breakfast for lunch because it was after my workout. And about this snack, I'm again quite skeptical, because we're gonna make tangulu in the microwave. If you don't know what tangulu is, it's basically candied fruits. I love tangulu. I made it myself before, like the traditional way, the way you should do it. And now I've found this hack where you do it in the microwave. What can go wrong? First off, you're gonna buy your fruit of choice, of course. I will use strawberries because it's just my go-to fruit. It's my favorite fruit. Leave me alone. For the sugar part, you're just gonna put the equal amount of sugar and water into a cup, a microwave safe cup. What you're gonna do is put your sugar into the microwave for 30 seconds at a time and 5 minutes in total. And then after every 30 seconds, you're just gonna take it out, look at it, see what's good, then put it back in, 30 seconds, take it out. Just always do 30-second steps to see how far it is, because our microwaves all are kind of different. Help. Help. Yeah, so much about taking a microwave safe cup. My brain was like, oh, that's Vincent's coffee cup, so it's made for hot stuff. But obviously hot sugar is like way hotter than coffee. It was definitely not my brightest moment. And then we're gonna do our second try, this time in an actual microwave safe cup, actually a mug in this case.
M-U-G. What does that spell? Mug.
I was still very scared, but I basically did the same like I did before. I think in the end I did like 6 minutes. You just really have to wait for it to first of all start bubbling and also start getting a little bit of a tint. I just trusted my gut, and I think I trusted my gut a little bit too long because I feel like my syrup was a little bit burnt, just like a little bit, a tad bit.
Hey, nice one. It definitely worked, but was it worth it?
It was definitely not worth killing the mug.
I have to say, it's really good. I will never do that again.
For Din Dins, I actually found this video of people making the buldak carbonara rice. You are probably familiar with the Samyang buldak carbonara noodles. They are very famous. They're also my favorite instant ramen. And I didn't know this exists with rice. That's crazy because I don't think it also exists anywhere in Germany. I don't think. I know it doesn't exist here because I've been looking for it vigorously. You can't even buy it anywhere in the internet because I think it's also frozen. But I was thinking I could just make it on my own. It's honestly so easy. You're just gonna put some onions, and actually the recipe I found on the internet didn't even put the onions in. That was just my freestyling. Then put in your rice of choice and put some butter in. That was also me just needing butter in my veins, I guess. And here I bought the buldak carbonara sauce. I've never tried this before. I ordered it for this recipe and I feel like it is not the same as the noodles. I feel like it's a bit more spicy, like less creamy, which makes sense because it's obviously without the powder. We're gonna put that in, but I was scared to put in too much because I was scared it was gonna be too spicy for me, so I didn't put too much, which then made it maybe a little dry. I also made one fried egg to go with it, just as my freestyling again. And here it is. This is my buldak carbonara rice. Ignore my hair, by the way. It was after I wore a wig. This was delightful, but as I said, dry. It was also very spicy, so even the little amount that I added from the sauce did all of the spiciness. So I don't know. I don't think I could have added even less, but I also don't think I could have added more because it was so spicy. A bit of a tricky one. It was still very good. As you can see, I also made a sausage to go with it. A currywurst without the curry. I also ended up adding a little bit of mayo on top just to make it a bit more moist. Actually, it was quite a good addition to this meal, but I also think mayo is always a good addition. Love mayo. I think you can add it to anything. And then I could not leave this, okay? I had to do another attempt. I finally bought an actual Berliner the way that you're supposed to eat it, with just powdered sugar on top and strawberry filling. And I just had to make another attempt of the air fryer thing because I wanted it to work. I wanted to have a crunchy Berliner, okay? So here it is. It kind of looks like in the video, so I'm hopeful, but let's do the test together.
It's not crunchy. The jam was like hot lava.
Somehow it doesn't do what it's supposed to do in the air fryer. Yeah, sad. You still with me? Hey? Are you still with me? Let's do a little stretch. Let's start day number 5. And I actually found this video by Gabby and Nicola Rico. And she showed how she makes her apple dip. So that's right, we're gonna eat an apple and we're gonna dip it. So this is me right after I woke up with swollen eyes before the gym. What can I say? Gorgeous. I'm actually gonna use the same Greek yogurt that Gabby used in her video, but I think mine has a different fat. I think hers was like 0%, mine is 0.2%. Does that make a difference? I don't know. Then you're gonna put in some maple syrup, put as much as you want, depends on how sweet you want it, and a whole lot of cinnamon. Then you're also gonna put some vanilla extract and some peanut butter. In this case, I put this peanut puree mousse again, which I think I should have put real peanut butter. I don't know, I feel like this was too healthy. And then we're just gonna dip our apple in there. I think that was really good. I think the portions were a little off. I think I could have added a little bit more maple syrup, maybe a bit more vanilla extract. It was really yummy. I think I would eat apple more often if I had an apple dip every time. As it was right before the gym, I also wanted to get a banana in and I wanted to see if I can eat the banana with the dip. Unfortunately, my banana has seen better days. There's a reason why it's called apple dip and not banana dip, believe me. After gym, it was time for lunch. And I don't think it's a good after gym food that I will be eating now. We're gonna make cheesy jalapeno soup. Never made this before, found this video. Honestly, it looks really divine, really delicious, but also a lot of cream, a lot of fat, a lot of everything. Oil in the pan, onions in the pan, put your jalapenos in there. I think I could have used more. Unfortunately, I didn't buy more. That's the only jalapenos that I had. Garlic again. Damn, I've used so much garlic already in this week. It's crazy. And then she put some of the ranch powder in there, like ranch seasoning basically. Unfortunately, I didn't have that, but what I did have was ranch. So, you know, same. Now put your hot water in there, boiling water. And actually she put just like chicken broth or something, but I just put the hot boiling water and then some vegetable powder. Same. It looked so gross because I put the ranch in there and the ranch kind of curdled. Now put some paprika powder in there and then some Belvita cheese. I don't really know what Belvita cheese is. I think it's an American thing, and I think the closest that we can get to Belvita cheese is Schmelzkäse. It is cheese, but not really. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, it's processed cheese. I don't know. That's the only thing that I was able to find, and I think it comes closest to Belvita cheese. And then you're also gonna put a lot of cream cheese in, then a lot of cheddar, just shredded cheddar in there. I touched my eye with my jalapeno fingers. Feels so good to be alive. Why did I not wash my fingers? With my burning eyes, I still carried on with the recipe because I'm a strong gal, and I added even more cream. Then you're gonna let this cheesy jalapeno soup simmer for 30 minutes so it thickens up a little bit, but after 30 minutes it was still a little too thin for my taste. So I added a starch slurry, which is gonna make it a little bit thicker. And then I garnished it with some more shredded cheddar and spring onion. It did not look as pretty as the video showed it, but you know, that's just my style. That's my aesthetic. I have to say, this was very delicious. Very, very good, but also a lot. How can it not be a lot? You saw what I put in there. The only thing that I already mentioned is I should have put more jalapenos in there. The recipe, the original one, also said to put chicken in there and bacon. It's not my thing, so I just left it. But I personally also don't think it needs it. Like, the flavor in there is already a lot. I think I might have put too much flavor in there, like maybe too much seasoning, maybe too much broth. I don't know. It was just very, very intense. I think this would have been actually a perfect sauce for pasta, but not soup. And now we're gonna have another afternoon snack, okay? And I found this video of somebody getting PR from Cake Bites. I've never heard of Cake Bites before, but I think they're a thing. Probably also a thing in America. It was so hard to get. I don't even know where I bought it. It was some really sketchy website. I could have gotten anything, but I think I did actually get the real Cake Bites in the end. And here I have them, the classic Italian rainbow. I don't know what is an Italian rainbow though, with green, yellow, and red. And I was actually shocked because I didn't know I was gonna get these small little pieces. I thought it was gonna be a big piece, but obviously obviously it says cake bites, so it makes sense. And I have to say, it was very good. The cake sponge itself is almond flavored, so it kind of tastes like marzipan. And then you have these raspberry mousse layers, like in between the cake layers. You don't really taste the raspberry though. The only thing you taste is almond, but it was still very good. And it was kind of very moist. I don't even want to know what's in there, like what kind of preservatives, but it was very moist and juicy.
The colors are fun.
And now it's dinner time. I don't even know why this was shown to me. I feel like TikTok hates me. Cheese out of Pringles with noodles. This is it. I bought sour cream and onion. This was also the ones that they used in the video. And you first have to smash those Pringles like crazy. Unfortunately, I only had this big one. I think a small one would have been so much better. And before we carry on with the Pringles, we have to make our noodles. I only had these ones, which were cheese samyang noodles. And I don't think I have to explain to you how I made these. It's instant ramen. And now let's get back to the Pringles. You're gonna pour some hot water in there. I don't know how much. And then mash it a little bit and then put some cheese in it. After 5 minutes, this is what it looked like. Honestly, kind of dry, so I added more water. It was so hard to mix this in the big Pringles container. I wish I had the small one. Also, it feels kind of criminal to pour boiling water into a Pringles can. I don't know what kind of stuff is in there that could be toxic for my body. This is what TikTok told me to do. And I am just here to do what TikTok says. This is the only thing that I can do right in my life. And then just pour your Pringles cheese on top. Let's sprinkle it with some spring onion, and there you have it. This is your dinner. Actually, it's mine. I have to say, this was not bad. It was actually kind of good. Might look very off-throwing. It looks like an abomination from hell, but the taste does not disappoint. Because it's sour cream and onion flavor, you also had a nice little spice in there. A nice little extra thing, a nice little extra flavor. The consistency of the Pringle cheese was a bit weird, not really creamy in that sense, but it was a nice addition to the noodles. Guys, think about it. Mashed Pringles. It's basically giving instant mashed potatoes, right? Because instant mashed potatoes are also just powder, dehydrated potatoes. So it actually isn't that crazy. I can recommend this, I think. I don't know why anybody would do this because it's weird, but taste-wise, actually good. Guys, we're getting there. Day 6, okay? I found this video. Banana pudding in Berlin. And I think banana pudding is kind of like a New York type of thing. I've never seen this in Germany. I've never eaten this. I don't really know what it is. So this video, it got me, gal. So I went to this place. It's called Round and Edgy in Berlin. And I was so ready to get my banana pudding. You don't even know. You can see it. The banana pudding, cold, vegan, and creamy. But I found out that they only sell it from Thursday to Sunday. And I was there on a Wednesday. I still bought a cookie there because they also sell cookies and I was just so sad, so I needed a little pick-me-up. Don't hate me, I know it's not on my For You page, but I needed this cookie so bad. Since our breakfast didn't really happen, I needed to think of something new fast. So I scrolled on TikTok and I found this right here. Waffles made of Biscoff cookies. This is something you would also think is fake, but I found this video where somebody actually made these in real time and didn't even cut. It has to work, right? So that's what we're gonna do. I have my Biscoff cookies. I have my milk. I also have this waffle maker from Vincent, which is heart-shaped. And then we're gonna dip the cookies in the milk and yeah, just put them in there.
Why is it smoking?
Yeah, my first try wasn't really the best, but I also forgot to butter or oil the waffle maker, so I guess it was my fault. So I spent a long time cleaning the waffles out of these shapes. It was a very tiring process and it really made me not want to live anymore, but you know, I have to do what I have to do. After I clean it all, we're gonna do a second attempt. I'm not giving up. This time we're gonna butter our hearts. Oh, that sounds cute. Let's all butter our hearts. And I was optimistic that this time it's gonna work. So put them in, wait for it, let it smoke, let them cook. No, I have nothing to do with this. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to smell it. So yeah, I don't think this will work for me. I will spend the rest of the morning just cleaning this waffle tray again. I have nothing to say to that. crunchy. It transformed back to its normal state. It's a cookie. Do you want the waffle? Lotus cookie waffle.
Can you just blur my whole face and just make my mouth unblurry? I'm just joking. You can just
okay.
Tastes like a burnt waffle.
Now, for lunch / afternoon snack, I don't even know what this is. We're gonna make cake. And we're gonna make a 3-ingredient cake. I don't know if this is a trolling video. It probably is, but it was on my For You page. So we're gonna make a 3-ingredient cake. Yeah, that's it. In the video, they used strawberry cake mix. We don't have such thing in Germany, so I just had to use lemon cake mix. Like in the video, we're just gonna pour the cake mix right in there. Oh, and don't forget to butter your pan. Instead of using milk, you're gonna use Sprite. I actually wanted to pour in the same amount of liquid that was on the packaging of my lemon cake mix, but it was not enough, so I had to freestyle again. I don't get this because it's so clumpy. I mixed this for such a long time, but I feel like there was still some clumps in there. I don't know. And then let's get to our 3rd ingredient, which is mayonnaise. Wasn't I the one who said mayonnaise goes with everything? But I guess it kind of makes sense because, I mean, mayo consists of egg and milk, right? It kind of makes sense. It's still disturbing. And then put your cake into the oven for the amount of time that it needs. For me, it was like 1 hour. I was skeptical, but after 1 hour, I have to say, my cake was caking. It was definitely there. It was happening. It also broke apart when I got it out because I feel like there was a little bit of structure missing. Also love this huge corner of just cake mix that wasn't mixed in properly. Yeah, it definitely fell apart quite a lot, but taste-wise, not that bad. It had kind of a weird consistency because it was very doughy, even though it was definitely cooked through, like it was baked enough, but it was still kind of gooey. I don't know how to explain it.
On the juiciness.
It's kind of juicy, right? You like? Also es ist halt diese Backmischung, Sprite und Mayo. For dinner, it's time to finally eat something savory again. It was a very sweet day. We're gonna make a 20-minute 1-pan pizza. Gotta love food that is quick, and also gotta love food when you don't have to wash that many dishes. But I have to say, also for this one, I am skeptical. So we just added half a cup of warm water.
Wow.
Today we're eating water. You can see me.
1 tablespoon of olive oil.
Water soup with olive oil.
And now we're gonna add 85 grams of all-purpose flour, a half a teaspoon of sugar, half a teaspoon instant yeast, and half a teaspoon of salt. And then you're gonna just mix it with a spatula and even it out so it's evenly covering the pan bottom. Although I have to say, my mixture was kind of off. I did the exact measurements, but it was way too thin. But that's just me with pizza dough. I just can never get it right. So I ended up adding a lot more flour. And then in the end, it kind of looked like this, and I was fine with that. Then add your marinara of choice. For me, it was just basilico marinara. Actually, I think it was just pasta sauce, but you know, it works. Then a lot of cheese, of course. It's a pizza, mozzarella cheese on top. And I added some vegetarian pepperonis. You're gonna put the heat on medium, and then you're gonna cook it for 10 minutes. Well, pan fried for 10 minutes, and then another 5 minutes without a lid. I think I did like 20 minutes in the end. I needed to be a little bit more cooked because I was scared that the dough was still gonna be raw. But I have to say, after 20 minutes, this is what it looked like. The pepperoni was still in great shape. The pizza actually looked really good and really promising. I was a little suspicious that the dough was not done because it was kind of like very moist and wet. But I think that was just the marinara sauce because the dough was actually done. I checked with my fork, there was a baked pizza in front of my eyes. I can't even believe it myself because I did not think this was gonna work, but this was a mid pizza. It kind of actually tasted like a frozen pizza. I do not have anything bad to say about this pizza. And now it's time for the last day, everyone. The last day. The last day. Yeah. And it is Thursday. You know what that means? I can get my banana pudding. Yeah. And here it is. This is the live test. I still don't know what exactly it is. I didn't want to Google it because I just wanted to be surprised. Like I want a first impression. But what I do know is that it's super creamy and so delicious. I was mind blown by the taste. I was expecting banana pudding, just like mashed bananas, but it's definitely not mashed bananas. It's something completely different, but it includes bananas, banana pieces. It had salted caramel in there and also little cookie pieces from Round and Edgy that they probably baked. Just watching this right now, I want to eat it again. I think this is my new obsession. I need to go there again, but only on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I really don't know what they put in there. It's also vegan. I don't know how they made this cream taste so good, even though it's vegan. I mean, I know that you can make a lot of good vegan creams, but not this. I've never tasted such a good vegan cream. You definitely cannot eat much of this. You don't have to get a big one unless you want to eat the rest the next day maybe, or later during the day, because I got the middle size. They have 3 sizes, small, mid, and max, big, venti. So I got the middle sized one and it was way too much for me. I could only eat half of it, but then I ate the rest the next day and it was still yummy. So I guess it doesn't matter, but just have in mind that you can't eat a lot at once because it's so rich. I was also a little bit sick afterwards. Hello, Naomi Jones speaking. Anyway, you do you. All right, let's get to the last thing. I did not eat lunch because I have to say that I was quite sick after the banana pudding, but just because I ate too much. It's just my own fault. So that's why I skipped lunch, and I also wanted to have like a very big hunger for dinner because I knew that I was gonna get hot pot, baby. Oops. Did you know my name backwards is Simone? So I found this TikTok about this new hot pot place in Berlin. And if you know me, you know that hot pot, Chinese hot pot, is one of my favorite things to eat. I love the experience of it. That this video was on my For You page of this new hot pot place, I knew it was a sign. I knew that TikTok is on my side for this one. So it's actually called Hutang Hot Pot and it's in Charlottenburg. And I've heard that it's actually a food chain, a hot pot chain, like it is actually all over the world. And now it is in Berlin. I've also heard that it's booked and busy since it opened. Like you really have to book a table if you want to eat there, but you basically have to book a table anywhere in Berlin, really. Also, when we sat down, something funny happened and Vincent had the laugh attack of his life. And here you actually scan a QR code and then you find the menu and you also order via your phone. It's almost like Berlin is trying to be like Seoul a little bit. You know, we're getting there. And here you see all of the stuff that you can order, all of the ingredients. We ordered 2 broths, 2 in 1 pot. And then you just pick all of your ingredients that you want in there. Also, you have a sauce all you can eat. So you buy sauce per person and then you can get as much sauce as you want. As a drink, I got this Panda Jasmine milk tea. I love this. The taste was like okay, but just the fact that there's a chocolate panda in there, I'm sold. Yummy. Here is the sauce all you can eat. This is very typical for a hot pot. Like you always get those sauces. Fill your little sauce bowl up with whatever you want. You can always choose between minced garlic, oyster sauce, peanut sauce, spring onion, soy sauce, vinegar. There's like all of these different options and then you can basically make your own mix. And then finally all of our ingredients came. We're putting our rice cakes in. Rice cakes are a must. We get some bean sprouts, we get some noodles. These are always homemade, like made in the restaurant, which is also a must. I mean, instant ramen can also be good, but you always need to get the handmade noodles there. I have to say, the broth, the tomato broth, hitting. Mushroom broth, not so much. I've had better ones. The rice cakes were fantastic. They also almost taste homemade. They don't taste like frozen ones. Like they were so chewy. I love them. The noodles, amazing, super fantastic, good, amazing. I always also get Spam. This is like my go-to meat choice with hot pot. I don't know, there's just something about it that makes it good in there. We also got this 18-second meat, which obviously you hold in the broth for 18 seconds.
Wait, I saw mine. Wait, I lost it.
I have to say that this meat was not really my thing. It had kind of a weird texture. I don't know, it really wasn't my thing, but here is my detailed feedback. All in all, I can tell you this was a solid hot pot. but I don't think it's better than any other one I've been to. I feel like the essence of them are always the same. It all depends on if you get high quality ingredients, if the broth is nice. I think it was solid, but I know better places, I have to say. I don't really get the hype, but I get the hype when it comes to the chocolate panda. But yeah, everyone, that was my week. We had ups and downs, we had goods and bads, but all in all, I feel like I've learned a lot. I've learned that you shouldn't put glass into a microwave and that banana pudding you can only get on Thursday to Sundays. And if there's something that I'm gonna take from this video, it's that I'm gonna make this date peanut butter chocolate snack all the time now. While I'm filming this right now, I already have another batch in the freezer. Don't forget that my album boxes are on sale right now. Just don't forget it, okay? And if you want to keep updated with my music and my album, then follow me on my music channel because I will post all the teasers, snippets, talking videos over there. Let me know if you want more videos like this. I really enjoy them. They take forever to film, but I still really enjoy them because I get to try out so much stuff. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media, which is Naomi John on
Instagram,
Naomi John on
TikTok,
and Naomi John on
Spotify.
Oh, and Naomi John Music on YouTube. That's odd. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye. Damn, my wig is so long.